Hi all. Thank you so much for helping us. See the description for all forms of help. We will analyze the current fundamental indicators of the company GH Research PLC, ticker GHRS. This review is based on data as of September 5, 2024. By classification GURU.Markets Corporation GH Research PLC belongs to the subcategory Psycho. 19 companies take part in the comparison, which is quite representative. Let's start with summary information about the company. A little further, we will study each parameter in more detail. If necessary, you can pause it. We propose to look at each parameter of the organization under study more carefully. Access to the database with ticker classification is absolutely free and open. I kindly ask you to share the link to the review with your friends. Market capitalization of the organization GH Research PLC valued at $0.44 billion. And the market capitalization of the subcategory is $16 billion. GH Research PLC accounts for a share of 2.674% and is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.2 billion. And the balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory is $7 billion. GH Research PLC constitutes a share of 2.952%. Having made a comparison of the occupied shares of the market and book value, we can see the following. Share GH Research PLC in the subcategory when assessing market capitalization is 2.674%. The book value is 2.952%. This is 10% more than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the organization's share of market and balance sheet capitalization in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The organization has no debts. Score for the company's debt obligations. Very good, 2 points. The ratio of the company's market price to profit is 0, with an average of 0 for the subcategory. Evaluation of the stock price to earnings ratio in comparison within the subcategory. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$35 million. Future earnings for the next 12 months are unknown, which is extremely bad for the company. Assessment of expected future profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The balance of company value to revenue is 0. The average for the subcategory is 2.8, which is much worse than for the subcategory. Assessment of the market value to its revenue indicator in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $0 million. Projected revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. And this is very bad for the company's prospects. An assessment of projected future sales compared to subcategory performance. Bad, -1 point. The margin is 0%, with the average for the subcategory -6.4%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 6.4%. Assessment of sales margins in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0.137%, which is 18.52% less than the share of market capitalization. This fact shows the imbalance in the company's market value GH Research PLC, most likely towards revaluation. The amount of capital for each employee of the company is $8,992,000. whereas for the subcategory it is $460,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 1854.8%. Estimation of the company's market capital per employee in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The company's profit per employee is minus $712,200, with the average in the subcategory minus $10,400. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 6,771%. Estimation of profit per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The share of sales for each employee of the company is $0,000. In the subcategory, $162,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 100%. Estimation of revenue for each company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions was 4.8%, with an average for the subcategory of 6.9%. This is a short squeeze indicator. Indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 28% for the company GH Research PLC, whereas for the subcategory this level is approximately 44%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are quoted higher than those of GH Research PLC. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price GH Research PLC and subcategory companies, we see that over 12 months the company's shares GH Research PLC showed dynamics of minus 18.7%. Against price changes in the subcategory minus 33.7%. This definitely doesn't mean anything, but you need to keep this fact in mind. Before announcing the total score, please leave your assessment of the company's shares GH Research PLC in the comments to the video. Your responses in the comments significantly help the development of information from GURU.Markets. The overall result is as follows: minus 3.5 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is minus 2.5 points. Broadly speaking, within the US market as a whole, we see that the average result for the entire market as a whole is 0.3 points. Against the score of minus 3.5 points from GH Research PLC. Let's go to the order table. It is available. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all previously made decisions by the information and reference system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. Let us remind you that earlier May 16, 2024, an order was published, ticker GHRS. Information and reference system for stock valuation GURU.Markets. The following decision was made on this order. Close the order. The result is a profit of 33.5%. Thank you very much to the public for watching this video and for using the information system from GURU.Markets. You all truly are the most excellent audience.